So this is a fun little announcement. Guess what, y'all? The publisher to my first book, UnClobber, Rethinking Our Misuse of the Bible and Homosexuality, has recently decided to release a second expanded edition of the book. It turns out over the last 5 years, this little thing's sold enough copies to where they said, hey, Colby, what if we made another edition, but this time expanded it, including a different chapter from me? And what if we added a study guide at the end for small groups? And what if we added a preaching series guide for preachers and pastors and teachers and people who wanted to do a series on this book? What would you think? To which I said, yes, please. So here it is. Look at this. This is a second edition. It's got a slightly new cover. It's got the bar up at the top here, expanded edition with study guide. It's got some new endorsements on the back, as well as a new headshot of yours truly. And the color's nice. They kind of did a bit more. Here's the original. Here's the new. They kind of did a bit more like a reddish orange. Really pops against the white there. Like I said, it's got a brand new chapter from me, an afterword, and then it's got these fantastic questions in the back to use this book for a group. It's got this guide, this recommendation for how to do a preaching series outline. It's really remarkable what they did here. In the new chapter, the afterword that I wrote, I reflected back on the last 5 or 6 years since UnClobber first came out. And one of the things that I noted is that in the original manuscript, back, this was 6-7 years ago when I wrote this thing, my language would be things like sons and daughters of God or brothers and sisters. And I tell the story of about 5 years ago at my church after a service one Sunday, a intersex transgender man came up to me and said, hey, Colby, can I talk to you for a second? I just want you to know that every time you say sons and daughters of God, that I don't really hear myself in that. So I wonder if you could consider doing just an easy adjustment to children of God. And it was one of those where how did I not ever think of that beforehand? So now every time I talk or write, I talk about children of God or siblings and not just sons and daughters, etc. So this now reflects all the new updated, more inclusive language. I also talk a little bit about how me as a straight guy writing this book is on one hand problematic. And then on the other hand, for many people, it's actually been a great gift, and it has been a needed conversation in this space, and there's some tension there. So that's it. I just wanted to let you know that it's out now. It came out a couple days ago. You can get it wherever you get your books. So if you haven't yet got a copy of UnClobber, you may find that this edition is the one for you. And then also to celebrate, if you want to check out my UnClobber online courses where I do in-depth video lectures on the Clobber passages, I'm celebrating the release of the second edition by offering 25% off all courses. Just enter the promo code second edition at checkout and save 25%. Finally, thanks to everyone in the past 5 years who's ever purchased a book themselves, bought it as a gift for someone else, suggested it to friends and family members, put it on the list of recommended resources for LGBTQ inclusion. Honestly, it's been amazing. It's been amazing to watch this little gift of mine go into the universe and make such an impact on so many people's journeys. I'm honored to do this work. I'm grateful for all of you. I love you. Talk to you later.